Good afternoon. Welcome to our mid-October garden here in our Zone 5 region. My name is Stephen Dixon. Welcome to Willow's Green Permaculture, where we do all of our gardening. We produce all of our food that we can grow using nature as our guide. Today, I am going to harvest some sorghum grain that we can make our bread with. This sorghum here is called syrup sorghum, and the canes can also be harvested to make molasses with. They're a type of sugar cane. However, today I'm going to leave the canes up and in the garden because all I really want to do today is start to harvest the grain, which is up top. And so I'm going to just start now, and we'll have a look and see what's going on. Mostly ripe, and so we're going to have a lot of grain here to make bread. We will make bread and cakes using 100% sorghum, or sometimes we'll mix it with some white flour. Sometimes we'll mix it with we'll make some flour out of the corn that we grow, and we'll make some bread and cakes out of that. Like I said, I'm going to leave the canes in the garden for now. As you can see, they got very juicy. Very sweet. Got a little piece here. Very sweet. Three little heads like this, I think, are enough to make a full loaf of bread. Or if we mix it, let's say 2/3 sorghum with 1/3 white flour, then it'll make 2 loaves of bread. I'm leaving the canes in the garden for now because we've got a whole bunch inside that we haven't finished using, and I'd rather keep them fresh. Now this one here, if you compare it to all of these, you can see the difference. See here, these ones, and then this one. This one, most of the seeds were eaten off of it. I find the birds and the other animals were very polite to have just taken from one. But we always plant extra because we like to have the animals in our garden. They take, a little bit of what we grow, never too much. And they help us because they help us fertilize the garden. They help us. They tell us when things are ready. They replant things for us. For instance, our garden is full of peas right now. Peas that we're going to get another harvest of peas from places where 90% of where they're growing, I didn't even plant them. But we have hundreds of pea plants in the garden that were planted by little animals who harvested some of our peas, ate some of them, stored some of them away, but buried a whole bunch of them all over the garden. So not only are we going to get an extra pea harvest, but also peas, they feed the soil. I'm just going to take the ones that are ripe. If there are any that are still quite green, then I'll leave them in the garden. But they're pretty well all mostly ripe. This one's still green. Little guy. They're ripe when they're light brown or dark brown. This one's light brown. Very sweet. This was all planted by seed, and if I recall correctly, sometime in June. As you can see, it grows like crazy. And it gives us a ton. Feed us all winter, all spring, all summer next year until it's time to harvest some more next fall. Which is really nice because making our own bread is very, very nice. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take some twine and I'm going to tie it up. I'm just going to take a whole, 4 or 5 together, tie them up, and then hang them like this in our garage where they'll just dry until they're ready to be taken off of the stem and put into jars. So they'll take up a bit less space. There. Sixty-three stems. Beautiful. Sorghum for about 21 weeks. That's about 21 weeks of sorghum. We've probably got about about that much inside in the garage already. That's 42 weeks. And then we've probably got enough for another 10 weeks that it's still growing over in the pumpkin patch and over in our little nursery area where we start trees growing. And we've got another place over in what we call in the wild, in a small garden in our what we call the turtle garden, because it's a garden very close by to where we have a few very large turtles that live there. At least they live there from about August to June, because around June we see them leave, go towards the river, and then in August we see them come back. Have a great day. If you have any questions, Don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. Any comments, if you like it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video if you like it. Share it with other people.